Alrighty, so today we are collecting light leather because I got my level 48 dwarf. What are you? You are a shaman, because I don't necessarily play just one character or one type of race or character, and for some reason I never played a dwarf, and still haven't played a gnome yet, or a goblin. Well, started them, but have to say, maybe I'm just a horrible, horrible person. I have to be somewhat pretty. So this is my step out. Um, a dwarf. Uh, I've got to screen capture this, so let me hook that up real quick. I just realized I didn't do that. Let's start over, shall we? Okay, so this is one, and I am using the Open Broadcaster software. I'm going to start recording and shrink it down and come back to play. So anywho, this is Ragvalder, Ringwalder. I looked up Nordic names for my. I usually look up names for my characters because I want something authentic but cool. And you know, um, Wet Crotch 595 is to me not cool. So not that I'd ever name a character like that. It has to be somewhat real, even though I don't play on RPG Realms. Uh, but you know, kind of do authentic. You'll notice that other than quest mobs, I don't have the name over any of my NPCs or characters. Of course, when you click on them, I do. So, anywho, back to farming light leather. Seems to be a good place. Of course, you know, everybody knows how to Google now, but this was one of the areas that was good, pointed out good. I'm not quite sure where I went to find that out, but it does seem to be excellent farming. Mobs pop fast, so that's good. Uh, so, like I said before, I got my picture on. Got my level 48 Dwarven Shaman up, and still needs light leather because he is a leather worker. So how much have I collected? So I got 52 pieces. I'm so glad they multi-stack now instead of just stopping at 20s. Talk about running out of room. As you can tell, I am not drunk, so the last time I got drunk, which I'm going to upload that video, me and my son were actually trying to figure out how to make a YouTube channel. So that was fun. Drank too much. Still don't want to drink again. Because damn, son. Yeah, and he is a definite, my son is a definite enabler when it comes to that. He's like, "Ooh, Mother, I brought you some whiskey." Not that I blame him. I blame me for drinking it. So, so where am I? I am in the Loch Modan on the eastern side of the where the lake used to be. Kind of glad they got rid of the lake too. Good storyline, but glad they got rid of the lake. It was a pain in the butt to swim that. Of course, at the time they had the lake, you didn't have the water walking little mounts. So good times, man, good times. So on the eastern side of where the lake was, crocodiles, boars. If you go up into this area here, you've got mountain lions. The longhorn sheep, they don't skin. So that's where I'm at. And like I said, they repop fairly fast. There's 3 or 4 other people out here probably doing the quest train. I'm not. Did this, been there, done this. To over here. And of course, I did not pick up any thread. So people are high on the auction house. Light leather going for quite a bit. Crazy. I don't know if they've been smoking. Don't want any. Don't want to be that crazy. Huge amounts. I suppose value is what people will pay, and people try to get a lot of stuff on the auction house. So yeah, I can make a lot of stuff. I'm out of coarse thread. Woohoo! Not so smart, but that's okay. Just trying to get to medium leather, as you can see. Yeah, I've got 140 pieces of medium leather because I'm at burning Searing Gorge right now, and I'm getting a lot of medium leather from that area, and realized, oh my gosh, I'm not even up to medium leather yet. Oh my god. So my husband is off working. Good man. He is a massage therapist. The best massage therapist. Aw, did you see that? It faded out. I missed it. Right. Oh, I probably shouldn't have done that. It's a terrible thing when you see it. It's right there. You can reach out and touch it, but it disappears because you were too slow. Talk too much. So anyway, best massage therapist ever. My own unbiased opinion, of course. But no, truly, truly the best massage therapist. Very empathic. Found his calling. Can't really say I found my calling yet. Suppose I never will. I think finding your calling is a little bit overrated. I mean, it's true, it would be nice. But I don't have the ego to be a chef. I have the skills. Oh yeah, I've got the skills, but you've got to sell yourself a lot being a chef. I mean, you've got to have this huge, oh no, this is the best ever. Of course, doing that, well, and on all seriousness, if you have that attitude, you, in my own honest opinion, you can't change when you need to change. I've worked at a place. Let's see if this person. Oh, you're doing it. Come on, kill it. Let's see. Let's see. You are a rogue. You're probably gonna skin it. Come on. Decide. No, you're not gonna skin it. Okay. Mine. Let go. Okay. Let's see if they will follow this one. Where are they going to go? Did they even really need this? They snuck off. Okay. So anywho, when you've got an ego, and you've got an attitude that I'm the best. Don't get me wrong; those things fly great. You can show somebody, hey, I'll hire this person because they're confident, and it's the confidence that sells. But the problem with confidence is it doesn't let you see where things could get better. I suppose if you use those people around you and use them functionality wise, let's say in the whole context of being a chef, let's say you use your, I don't know, prep cook or sous chef or line cooks, and now we're talking something other than corporate mindset. We're talking about a small restaurant. You know, if you've had something on your menu for a year and you do see reports from, I don't know, Yelp or some place like that, oh, there's nothing really new, nothing's really changed, which I've seen at the places I've worked, then you can use, being a chef, you can use the ideas from your sous chef or something like that to change it up, make it better. Now, in the case of me, I've never been a sous chef. I've only been a line cook at a fast food place. Filled in as a, as a cook for, on certain days, like at the restaurant I was working at, filled in Tuesdays for, serving 40 people. Did that for like 3 years. So, but that was a corporation, and they they don't really change. It's like, oh, because they have to change everybody, and it's not necessarily a good thing if you have to go and have to change all the 52 restaurants that you have. You can't do that very often, very fast, or very neatly. So you're not going to use those ideas that you garner from people who work for you, because there's no point to it. But so I digress. The smaller restaurants, if you've got a really egocentric chef, occasionally they won't change their menu too much because, hey, it's the best, it's this, it's that. For instance, the place I'm working at now has a dish, and it's a lovely dish. It's a ahi tuna dish. It comes with a 8 half-cut fried wontons as chips, and in the center is a sweet cabbage slaw with red peppers and red onions, or not red peppers. Actually, they only use green and yellow and orange red peppers in that, but it comes with red onions. It's really tasty. A little on the sweet side for me, but that's me. And your things, people. But the ahi tuna is just chunked up. It's diced, pretty much. It's seared and then diced on the plate and served cold. Good, tasty. Presentation could be better. And I have said, hey, get some white and black sesame seeds, sprinkle that bad boy on there and make it pretty. I mean, just do it on the salad, or do it on the tuna. And of course, the chef comes along and says, oh, we've tried that, and people complain about getting stuff in their teeth. Are you catering to a few? Because at that point, you are catering to a few. Or, whoops, I didn't skim this, did I? No. You're catering to a few. The visually, the dish doesn't have a wow effect, in my honest opinion. And I know that it's not my ego's getting in the way and going, well, they should try something that I suggest. I mean, I'm like, God, it's just, honestly, it's not a very visually punchy dish. And part of me thinks it's the chef. No, I made the dish this way, the dish is going to be this way. Same thing with switching it up. Switching it up more often than the 4 seasons that we have. If you're running a small restaurant, and I know some restaurants bigger even than the one I'm working at, they change every. I mean, they have a weekly thing that they change to, monthly. I would think that you can come up with, if not weekly new dishes, monthly new dishes, not every 3 months new dishes. Now, the way they get around that, I think, is they change the soup. To me, just changing the soup, not the soup doesn't get ordered often. People will do a salad. They will occasionally do the soup, but they mainly come for the main course. And the place I work at now has courses, 3 to be honest. Comes with, you can get an appetizer, you can get, then after that, soup or salad. That's the second course, and then of course your main meal, and then if you want dessert, you can get dessert. Now, the thing is, what I'm saying can go for any of those. I mean, yes, changing the soup is good. You don't want to just have clam chowder like Anthony's restaurant. Change the soup, that's good. But we're talking about changing the salads more than once every 3 months, or changing the, oh, I didn't skim this one, changing the desserts, and they do change the desserts, but they don't emphasize the desserts. It's typically a cheesecake, a mousse cake, and a brulee. Oh, and a cobbler. That's it. Everybody does fruit cobblers. I don't get the fruit cobblers. I mean, I suppose people like fruit cobblers, but there's no. I mean, it's a different flavor of brulee. It's a different flavor of cheesecake. It's sometimes a different flavor of cobbler. But there's no main difference. There's no I don't know. How about a let's see. Oh, like a crepe, like for dessert, a dessert crepe. But they'd have to learn how and want to learn how to do crepes, and that is. Oh, I was like, well, how about making your own ice cream? How about changing it up a bit? And it's like, oh, it's too complicated, and they think big. I mean, I know how to make gelato just in the freezer. So if you've got a guy there since 12 o'clock. First thing he makes would be a gelato. You stir it every 2 hours. It's ready by dinner time. I mean, been there, done that. And but what they do is, oh, well, we need a big machine and we don't have room for a big machine. Wonder how these old-timey restaurants in Italy do it, or France, or anything. I mean, wouldn't a nice... Well, they don't serve breakfast, but I don't know. And of course, I'm just venting because I've got time to carry. Okay, so here I am going to hearth because hopefully I've got enough skinning. But anyway, my rant about changing things up. I have no intention at all of making my own restaurant. So don't think I do. Not at all. Did my own business for a while, spice and tea store. Love the people I met. Didn't like the whole do your own, you know, try and do your own marketing and just the grind of running your own business. And I know running a running your own restaurant 10 times harder. 10, 15, probably 30 times harder, because I only had me as an employee. Restaurants need more, and to get everybody on the same page. And I understand that that's just one thing chefs have to consider, and not chefs necessarily, managers, restaurant managers who have a crappy job, in my own opinion, because they have to manage everything, and then on top of it they have to manage the chef, and sometimes the chef doesn't want to do what you want them to do. Oh, look at that. I could do 23, which is good. It might only be because of the coarse thread. But anywho, that is the place to go for light leather. Good place. You can just go around there. And what did I get? I got almost 100 pieces of light leather. And it's not even counting the scraps, but I can make 7 more. Yeah, see? I'm gonna go train, and maybe, just maybe, let's see, 125. Oh well. Definitely. And if this was worth it, I would send it to my disenchanter or my enchanter and have them disenchant this stuff. But I've got an overabundance of enchanting materials right now. Me and my husband do. So, yeah, let's see. Fine leather tonic. Yep. Yep. Let's go ahead and create all. So, hope you enjoyed it. Hope to have more on, besides places to farm crap. Maybe I'll get drunk again and I don't know, dance in Ironforge with my night elf, because damn, son, we've got a good old dance there. So, anywho, thank you, and come again. And stop recording. And